Yeah, all these are apartments over here. They were, because Chiquita and them mentioned about it a while back. The church is across the street, and they said those are apartments. So I was always curious of what they were. And yeah, there's the Turner Hall again. I don't know how well you saw it the last time. From 1847, so that's what I'm gonna say these houses were built. Houses and apartments. Yep. This, I think, was a house. Yeah, it was a house at one time.
Or something. You might want to recap.
It's looking that case. There's more of you know what? Get this first. Before I get that, here's the Thespian Hall, the story amongst it. Let me get back some so y'all can read that. And excuse the road noise, we're by a busy road. I'm getting it. Here's the sign for Thespian Hall, so we did a driving video quite a while back. We just never got all this.
This marks Defense Works, where 3 companies of Union soldiers were taken prisoner when Confederate captured Boonville, October 16, 1864.
Yeah. Over here is a bench with something too. This is a dedication to somebody. Here's some more history about the Civil War in Boonville.
During the occupation of Boonville, Thespian Hall served as a hospital in a letter from Missouri in the Rock Island, Illinois, August 8th, January 1862. The writer, who gives only initials of MSB, states there are a great many soldiers in the sick list and in the hospital. There were 4 hospitals in the interior of Missouri, one just Jefferson, Missouri, one Syracuse, one Otterville, and one Boonville. They're all, and I have visited all 3 of them, well provided. Boonville Hospital, the hospital Thespian Hall, is under direction of post surgeon Henry Maynard. Wow, that used to be.
Yep.
And it is the model hospital in Missouri. It is clean, greatest care is taken for the comfort of the patients. There are in this hospital some 80 or 100 sick, and the majority of them merely complaining, not at all dangerous. I think when you find a man fitted in his place and does his duty promptly, he is entitled to more than a mere passing notice. And I shall be doing Dr. Maynard, who, by the way, is an Illinoisan, though surgeon in Missouri 9th, no more justice to say that his manner of treating patients and the arrangement of his hospital is worthy of imitation by all others in the service. He is kind, sociable, and in every respect gentleman. The suffering can turn to him with confidence, for they are sure to find a friend and sympathize. He is a young man of great promise and enters upon his business determined to conquest and overcome all the obstacles. To give an idea of the man, I will only relate one little circumstance that happened. He entered the service. He was engaged to be married to a lady in the town of his residence in Illinois, and the nuptial day arrived. At the same time, order came his regiment wanted his services as it would move to Missouri. He was married that evening, and the next morning joined his regiment and not seen his wife since. However, he's not seen her since that time. He has been no fault of his, for he has asked your humble servant to grant him a leave of absence to visit his wife, I guess. (1864) The horrors of Civil War which took all families, both sides. Guerrillas and opportunity attacked wherever they sensed easy rewards. Thus, men from both sides formed Boonville Home Guards, same name as in 1861, but with different ethnic membership. Germans, Southerners, and Unionists to guard the town and try to protect whatever property was left. They hoped their presence would keep out the bushwhackers and guerrillas. In October 1864, Boonville citizens learned that a force of Confederate soldiers was approaching from the east and realized it was Confederate General Sterling Price and his army retreating westward, losing the pivotal Battle of Pilot Knob about 2 weeks earlier. The Home Guard erected a barricade across Vine Street, just to the south of Thespian Hall. An hour before sundown, the Confederates under Brigadier General Joseph O. Shelby came into town. The Home Guard fired one round as the Confederates advanced. Realizing this was going to be hopeless, Price had over 1,200 men under his command. The Home Guard surrendered as prisoners of war. They were taken to the Cooper County Courthouse and closely guarded by the incoming Confederate troops. The imprisoned Home Guard troops were marched into the streets and lined up in front of either courthouse or city hall. Historic references list both sides. General Price released them on parole under the condition that if they ever took up arms again against the South and we were caught, they would be shot. When General Price left, his troops stole horses and supplies, and then the Union forces in the area did the same thing, so that Cooper County was left destitute, especially of horses. It has been said hardly a good one was left. Of all the actions taken by the Confederate General Sterling Price during his 3-day stay in Boonville, his meeting with guerrilla leader William Anderson, Bloody Bill, caused the most fury among Union supporters. Anderson gave Price a set of pearl-handled revolvers. Anderson showed up in Boonville with about 100 men, including John Pringle. Price ordered Pringle to throw away a profuse array of scalps which dangled from his waist. Anderson and his men had spent much of the summer just across the Missouri River in Howard County. Price supposedly told him as all of Missouri could be held for the Confederacy. Confederate forces in Missouri.
Yeah.
Anderson was the most despised and feared of all guerrilla leaders. Just 2 weeks before the meeting in Boonville, Anderson led a band of men that massacred federal troops in Centralia, Missouri. After the encounter in Boonville, Anderson's band left Boonville and headed east on Price's orders to destroy North Missouri Railroad. This raid culminated in the burning of Danville, Missouri on October 14, 1864. Anderson was killed in an ambush at Orick, Missouri on October 26, 1864. Presbyterian church problems. 1861, the Boonville Presbyterian Church hosted a statewide gathering of Presbyterian delegates from all over Missouri met in the church's sanctuary located across the street from Desbian Hall, where the current building stands today. The past year, many members of Boonville Presbyterian Church offered a resolution requesting that the national church support Southern cause. The majority approved the resolution. This action caused delegates favoring Northern View to march out of the meeting and across the street to Desbian Hall to finish their business. The separation that began in Boonville spread to the National Church, which divided into the Presbyterian Church in the Confederate States of America and the Presbyterian Church in the United States of America. Following the war, the Southern Church was known as the Presbyterian Church in the United States, but the denominations did not reunite until 1983. Then at the reunion General Assembly in Atlanta, Georgia, the chalice of that first Presbyterian Church in Boonville was used to start the reunion celebration of Holy Communion because of the significance of the crucial vote that took place across the street in 1861. This is that.
Now this church that is over here across the street, this is the church that they were mentioning in the story. And this is the Thespian Hall. It's 1881.
1821.
Or 1821, excuse us. But yeah. Now this will be the end of this part, guys. We'll see you next part.